Good morning, Hillcrest families. This is Jennifer Lynch, your school principal. I want to talk to you today a little bit about all of the drills that we will be engaging in this year to keep your students safe. Here at Hillcrest, we engage in a variety of drills so that students always know exactly what to do in case there was ever an emergency. We engage in things like fire drills in case there was a fire, 500-foot drills in case there was ever something like a gas leak or a potential explosion in the building, severe weather drills in case there was ever an active weather event in the area, and lockdown drills in case there was ever somebody unsafe in our building. We've been engaging in these drills for years, and every student engages in these drills beginning in kindergarten. This year, we will also be engaging in ALICE drills, which is simply an options-based lockdown drill. It's very similar to the drills that we have already been doing for lockdowns, except we will be providing real-time information to everybody so that they can choose from a variety of options to keep students safe. ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. So our traditional lockdown drills have required that students get very, very quiet. They hide in a corner or in a closet. We turn the lights out. We don't communicate at all. We don't turn on the walkie-talkies. We don't go over the announcements. We don't use our cell phones. And we hope for the best. Unfortunately, what we know from far too many school shootings around this nation is that teaching students this technique and this technique only puts them at an increased risk for casualties. What national security advisors related to school safety have told us is that there is a much higher rate of success and much lower rates of casualties if we have an options-based lockdown drill, if there is ever an unsafe person in the building. And that's where ALICE comes into play. So instead of going quiet and not having any idea what's happening where, ALICE says we should be alerting people and keeping everybody informed so that they can select from a variety of options and know exactly what to do to keep everybody safe. Some of these options include evacuating to a safe place, locking down in the classroom, maybe putting additional things in the way of the door so that it makes it a little bit harder to get into a classroom. And in the event that we would ever have to come in contact with somebody who is unsafe, we would know exactly how to confuse that person so that we can get away safely. What will that mean for us here at Hillcrest? So we will be engaging in these drills under the supervision and guidance from the Office of School Safety in Baltimore County. We will be engaging in pieces of these drills throughout the year so that students gain the skills and knowledge similar to what they've had in traditional lockdown drills or fire drills so that they know what to do in there ever was an emergency. Part of how we'll be having those conversations with students is by using this book. It's called I'm Not Scared, I'm Prepared. This is a children's book that goes through what is called a sheep, shepherd, and wolf drill. In this book, the teacher explains that she is the shepherd, the students are the sheep, and there is a wolf or an unsafe person in the building, and they must do everything they can do to stay away from that person. We will be using that language in our drills this year so that we are always balancing that we want our students to have the knowledge and skills to stay safe while also continuing to feel like school is a safe and fun learning environment. Part of what this book does is it presents these skills in a play-based form. Even talking about staying away from a wolf conjures images of fairy tales and three little pigs, and it seems a little fun while we're also teaching those very, very important skills. This year, as we engage in ALICE drills, after the ALICE drills, I will send out communication to all parents, letting you know exactly what the drill was and what we did so that you will have full knowledge of what this means for students. We do not anticipate that students will have any more distress over these drills than they have had over the traditional lockdown drills or other safety drills that we have had throughout the years. However, we have been in close communications with our mental health providers here at Hillcrest, and our leadership team continues to have in-depth conversations about how we will be executing these drills with the correct balance of teaching skills while making everybody feel safe and prepared and not scared. Our mental health providers will always be available after any drills to communicate with any students who may feel upset, although we do not anticipate that happening. At this time, what I would like to do is read you the book, I'm Not Scared, I'm Prepared. If you are not interested in listening to the book, you can turn this off now. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at school at 410-887-0820 or email me at jlynch2@bcps.org. As I go through and read this book to you today, I will be talking a little bit about what the book talks about and what that may or may not look like for us here at Hillcrest. Okay? So this is called I'm Not Scared, I'm Prepared. I'm an ant. I go to the school that's up the hill. That's why they call it the Ant Hill School. My teacher is the best. She cares about every single ant in my class. She always says, the very best gifts are gifts that I can give to each and every one of you. And that is the gift of being prepared for everything. But sometimes I think she gives us way too many gifts. My teacher never wants anything bad to happen to us, so she's always trying to figure out the best way to keep us safe. Look both ways twice before you cross and always watch where you're going. Make sure your hands are germ-free before you eat lunch. Please walk in the hallway, don't run, and watch where you're going. Try to remember not to lean back in your chair. We even have safety drills that we practice. There's the fire drill, so that we'll be prepared and know what to do if we ever have a fire. There's a bad weather drill, so we'll be prepared and know what to do if we ever have bad weather. And today, my teacher taught us a new drill. It's called the sheep, shepherd, and wolf drill. This is a drill that teaches us what to do if there's ever a dangerous someone inside our school that isn't supposed to be there. This is our great plan of action. Alice. Class, my teacher says to us, we need to learn a new drill. It's called the sheep, shepherd, and wolf. So get ready. Here's the deal. I'll be your shepherd, and you are all my sheep. So you must do what I say. Pretend there's a wolf in our building, and we must stay out of his way. We need a great plan of action in case we start to get scared. The Alice plan works best to help us be prepared. The A stands for alert. There's a wolf in the building. L says we need to lock down. I says inform, because we must tell others if we see the wolf around. C stands for counter. If the wolf sees us, we must do things to ruin his day. E stands for evacuate, which means leave the building and run away. But where do we run and when do we stop? I asked. Excellent question, my teacher says. Let's all take a walk and I'll show you. See this great big tree that's 2 blocks away from school? You need to run until you get to this tree, and then you need to stop, and that will be our special meeting place. So this is where we talked about we won't be running to a big tree 2 blocks away. Students will know that they either need to go to Presbyterian Church or to Matthews, one of those 2 places, and we will be telling children that they need to go away from the building and not across the building in order to get to their next safe place. We all walked back to our classrooms and sat in our seat, and then my teacher said, sheep, shepherd, wolf is an important drill, but there's no reason to feel scared. You have me for a teacher, and I'll make sure you are prepared. Here's how it works. When I give you the signal for sheep, shepherd, wolf, stop, look, listen. When I give you directions, don't ask me why, just get where you're supposed to be. I am your shepherd and you are my sheep, and you need to do what I say. There's a wolf in the building, a dangerous someone, and we need to stay out of his way. If we need to go into lockdown, we'll get quiet and stay out of sight. But don't try to hide in the closet or squish together too close or too tight. We need to be ready to move and spread out. So don't all stand in a clump. Have enough space to move your arms in a circle and get your legs ready to jump. What we must do when we inform the others by telling them all that we know, then look around and find us something to hold on to, something that's easy to throw. A shoe from a cubby, a block of wood, or maybe a TV remote, a paperback book, a video game, or even a plastic goat. If the wolf gets in our classroom, we'll know just what to do. Make noise, run around, and throw our somethings at the wolf, and then we'll run right through. We'll run right through the door and down the hall, but don't run in a straight line. Run in a funny, zigzaggy way and make strange noises the whole time. You want us to run in the hallway? I asked. It is always okay to run in the hallways when we are practicing the sheep, shepherd, and wolf drill. But make sure you are careful when you run zigzaggy and don't run into each other. Instead, keep an eye out for those all around you and try to help out one another. Wave your hands in the air and act kind of strange, and then out the door we'll go. Then run and run as fast as you can till we get to that tree that we know, or Presby or Matthews. Don't wait for me to run to the tree. Just do what you already know. Run and run as fast as you can. Get ready. Get set. Go. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about this because we will be doing drills where we have students leave the building. However, we will have complete supervision over students at all times as we are engaging in these drills. Again, I want to make it clear that we want drills to be things that students are learning exactly what to do in an emergency, but that we aren't in any way making them feel unsafe and that we aren't putting them in harm's way. So while we will be showing students where they need to go, we will not be asking students to run in an unsafe manner, unsupervised, to any other location. You might run faster than I do, and you might beat me to the tree, but that's okay because you did what I said, and I know that you listened to me. There may be other times during lockdown when we don't stay in our classroom and wait. I may help you climb out of the first floor window and then run to the tree, so that's great. We will not be asking anybody to climb out of a first floor window during these drills. We have plenty of ways that we can evacuate safely without going out of windows. You just never know when we play sheep, shepherd, wolf what your instructions are going to be. So you must remember to stop, look, and listen because we'll need to move quickly. Now let's practice. I'll ask our custodian, Mr. Wolf, to be the wolf. I even have a wolf outfit for Mr. Olson to wear. I will not be asking Mr. Vance or anybody else to dress in a wolf costume or to dress like an unsafe person and to go around and scare children or to dress up and have them do that. Our teacher gave us the signal for sheep, shepherd, and the wolf drill, and we stopped, looked, listened. And then we did exactly what she told us to do. First, she helped all of us climb out the window. Then we ran as fast as we could to that big tree that's 2 blocks away. Then we stopped, and I ran so fast that I beat my teacher to the tree. Then we all walked back to school and back into our classrooms, and we practiced some more. Now, when we engage in these drills, we won't be engaging in all pieces of the drills all at one time. We'll be doing one piece at a time, and then we'll do, the next time we do a drill, we might do another piece. She gave us the sheep, shepherd, wolf signal again, and we stopped, looked, listened, and then we did exactly what she told us. Our teacher locked the doors, and then we all helped her push tables in front of the doors. She tied one of the table legs to the doorknob with a jump rope, and she put a belt around the thingy at the top. We all quietly grabbed our somethings and spread out, and we stayed out of sight. My something was a plastic camel. I couldn't find the goat. Mr. Olson somehow figured out how to get into our classroom, but when he opened the door, we were ready for him. We all jumped up quickly, but instead of throwing our somethings at him, we threw wadded up paper balls. They don't hurt as much when they hit you, and like my teacher always says, safety drills are supposed to help us, not hurt us. We made it through the doorway and we ran zigzaggy down the hall, waving our arms in the air and making really strange noises, but we were super careful not to run into each other. And then we ran outside and kept running as fast as we could until we got to the great, big, huge tree. And then we stopped. This time, almost everybody beat my teacher. And when she made it to the tree, she gave us all a big hug and told us that we were the best listeners ever. We must remember to stop, look, and listen whenever we have a drill. Sheep always do what the shepherd says, regardless of how they feel. My teacher gave us a great gift today, and she taught us how to be prepared, not scared. There are wolves in our world, but we know what to do, and now we are prepared. When I got home from school today, my mom asked what I did, so I told her the truth. I learned all about Alice, climbed out of a window, ran to a great big tree twice, I threw paper wad balls at Mr. Olson, and I wasn't even supposed to be nice. I ran zigzaggy down the hall and made strange noises with my hands in the air. I did all of these things at school today, Mom. My principal didn't even care. This is you. Look. You did what? That would be me. So then I told my mom what really happened. A stands for alert, L stands for lockdown, I is for inform, C is for counter, and E is for evacuate. So this is the book that we'll be using to have conversations with students. We will be engaging in these drills in a play-like manner so that students are getting the knowledge and skills that they need, and the teachers will understand what their options are should the unthinkable ever happen. If you have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact me at any time, and I'm happy to discuss this in depth with you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please know that our top priority here at Hillcrest is always to make sure that your students are safe and that you get to hug them tomorrow, the next day, and every day after that. Have a good day.